Hello and welcome to Songs for the Struggling Artist, the blogcast. This is episode 441. My name is Emily Rainbow Davis. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Today's blog is about choreography and kids theater, educational theater, and robbery. Sort of. It was inspired by seeing a middle school production of a musical featuring a child that I know. I'm not sure it needs any further preamble. So I will just say it is called Choreography for Kids. Recently, I went to see a middle school's production of a musical. It was one of the Broadway JR series shows where they do an edited version of a Broadway show and sing along to pre-recorded tracks. I used to teach for a program helping to implement these shows, so I am pretty familiar with what the deal is. They've become very popular, and the program has succeeded in getting a lot more kids into musicals. That's pretty cool. When I asked a kid in this production about the dances, she told me that the choreographer had just taught them dances from videos posted on YouTube from another school's production. She noted that this choreographer got mad whenever anyone had any questions. I found myself troubled by this news. In the program, this person is listed as choreographer, despite, it sounds like, having stolen the choreography from another school. What a terrible example to set for students. Choreography is an art. While we do a fair amount of borrowing and learning from each other in the arts, to steal full cloth an entire dance is way over the line. I know in this TikTok era, there's a lot of viral choreography, and people have become accustomed to doing other people's choreo and claiming it for themselves. It is a problem on TikTok, too, particularly when white creators take black creators' dances and fail to credit their sources. There's a norm now, I guess, of learning dances from videos to make more videos. It's fun for building a more dance-friendly culture, but it is not helpful for making actual art. I understand that making dances is difficult. I had to do it as part of one of my jobs back in the day before I had a lick of choreographic training, and I struggled constantly. I understand that a middle school teacher may not have the skills or training to make up dances for their students. But rather than turn to YouTube, I would suggest hiring a choreographer. Maybe there's a dance studio somewhere in the neighborhood or a college dance team. I suspect there are many people out there who would be thrilled to put together a little box step dance combo for your middle school musical. Heck, get kids in the show to choreograph the numbers. There's probably a few who could do it. And if it sucks, that's okay. They'll have learned something. In a way, I understand how this happened with this junior concept. They've already eliminated one job in the name of ease and practicality. By having kids sing along to a pre-recorded track, there's no need to hire a music director or a piano player. Schools can do musicals with no musical guidance or input whatsoever. It does widen the field and expand the reach of musicals in schools, but at what cost? Making art isn't just singing along, and it isn't just imitating dance moves. You bring in people who know how to do these things, not only because they know how to do them, but because they can help contextualize what they're doing. They can answer questions about why or how that a video or a soundtrack recording cannot do. I understand that it is hard to find a piano player or a music director or a choreographer. That's because it is specialized knowledge and a learned skill. It takes training and practice, and those skills are valuable and should be valued accordingly. Finding it hard to make a dance? Right! It's not so easy. Hire a choreographer. These are new problems. When I was coming up doing kids' musicals, there was no video to steal choreography from and no pre-recorded instrumental tracks to sing along with. These things create ethical issues that your average middle school teacher is not considering. But the kids see what's happening. They know you stole that choreography because they also have access to the internet. I don't teach for the junior program anymore, so I don't have a dog in this fight, but I am concerned about the ethics in the field. I am concerned about the respect for craft, for art, for originality, for integrity, even in the middle school play. What happens there matters. There's a similar problem with schools putting on plays without obtaining the rights to them. They fail to pay royalties and they make big changes without permission because they think it doesn't matter. It does. It matters to the people who worked hard to make the art in the first place, and it matters to the kids who do it. It also matters to me in the audience. But why get worked up about such a little detail when there are so many other worse, terrible things going on? Well, I don't think it's a far leap from devaluing the expertise of a choreographer or music director to devaluing the expertise of an air traffic controller or an avian flu specialist. Trying to get away with doing things quickly and cheaply without acknowledging the work of highly specific jobs is a lot of what is going very wrong in our government right now. I'd hope we could do better in the arts, that we could model honoring people for their skill rather than trying to replace them with video or something. Putting on plays with kids is not just putting on plays. It is an education opportunity. And I think it's important to think about what we are teaching when we steal another school's choreography. In other words, please don't do that. I was very pleased to get a comment from one of my choreographer friends who said, "Hear, hear." I'm sure she's up against it all the time with this sort of thing. I cannot imagine how frustrating it is to have dedicated your life to making dances and to have your work outsourced by freaking YouTube. Woo! So that's something. Just, I think, but that's the thing is I don't think anybody's realizing what they're doing when they do it, which is why I felt like I needed to write it. Not that any middle school teachers are likely to read this particular blog. But just in case, just, planting the seed so that you don't do it. Oh my goodness. It is funny because the choreography was not great in this production either. And the kids also knew that. They were like, I don't know why she stole it. It's not that good. It's just kind of like the same 4 moves over and over again. But I think it was easy and available, which is how that happened. So what song do I have for you today? Well, I looked for songs about dance. And I found a few. I very much enjoyed listening to Irving Berlin's Choreography from White Christmas, sung by Danny Kaye. A delight, not easy for someone like me to learn. So I did not go with Choreography, but if you have not heard it, please enjoy. What I decided to go with was a song called Dance With Me by the Old 97s, who if you are a longtime listener to the podcast, you will know I am a big fan of them. There have been many other, I don't know, at least a few other covers of Old 97 songs here. And I was excited to do this one, which I have never done before. So I will be playing that for you in just a minute. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you like this podcast, please tell someone about it. Like, review, subscribe. If you would like to support it with money, that would be amazing. Patreon.com/Emily R. Davis. There's also Ko-fi. There's PayPal. If you would like to join my Substack as a paid subscriber, that's another way you could send your funds my way, all of which are great choices, and I would thank you for any and all of them. And just you being here listening is a support. It's not money, but it is support, and it really does make a difference. When I see, the download numbers go up, that is exciting. It's nice to know people are listening. So thank you for your ears. Times are very weird. So to know that I am speaking to anyone is it's very meaningful. So I thank you for being here. So, I don't think there's anything I need to tell you about this song. Is there anything? I don't think so. I hope you enjoy it. It was a fun song to work on, a fun song to play with, a fun song to do, and haven't done anything like it in a little while. So here you are. Here is Dance With Me. Underneath the foreign stars in a foreign place where they don't love you, I do tan in the pale moonlight. Your eyes are wide and the band plays. Everybody wants you. He takes your hand tenderly and he whispers sweet surrender. Nothing is how he feels about girls like you, with your flip-flop smiles and your big blue eyes. On vacation, dance with me into the ocean, roll with me into the sea. Don't tell me the world is in trouble. Do you want to dance with me? Crash and the dream don't die, but I do. Where were you when I needed you? Right now the telephone just rings, I cannot find you. Dance with me into the ocean, roll with me into the sea. Don't tell me the world is in trouble. Do you want to dance with me? Do you want to dance with me? Underneath the foreign sun with a foreign man who's gone and almost forgotten. Drink everything you see and remember us and wonder if you will be forgiven. Dance with me into the ocean, roll with me into the sea. Don't tell me the world is in trouble. Don't tell me the world is in trouble. Dance with me into the ocean, roll with me into the sea. Don't tell me the world is in trouble. Do